What's up, everybody? Hitmanbk here, and we are going to take some time today to discuss The Last Descendant. It is a brand new free to play game that's out on beta by Nexus Games. And the question, of course, is this a Destiny killer? The answer is no. That's a clickbait title. Thank you for being here. I hope you guys like and subscribe. That really helps the channel out. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers. I think we can hit that before the end of September. It's been so much fun. I really enjoyed everybody's support. We've got Remnant content. We've got Lords of the Fallen content. And I think I'm going to start covering The Last Ascendant leading up to launch because, to be honest with you, I had some fun, and I want to discuss with everybody what I think The Last Descendant is, who I think the game is for, what my general vibes were off the bat. And you can expect some more videos down the line that kind of cover more stuff on this game. But let's get a general overview out here. Let's talk about this game for a little bit, and let's go into what is this game? Is it a Destiny killer? Is it Warframe 2.0? Well, let's find out. All right, y'all. So I've got some running footage right now playing in the background of one of the modes I really fell in love with in this game. But to kick it off, what is the First Descendant? The First Descendant is a free to play. It is a third person shooter by Nexus Game. It's a Korean gaming company. You know, right off the gate, I was concerned about this game mainly because, like, usually when you get these free to play games based on some of these like Korean developers and overseas developers, they're really tied to microtransactions. But I'm pleased to say, at least from this beta, this game seems to be falling very closely to a Warframe inspiration. I know a lot of people ask about Destiny Killer and all this kind of stuff. I wouldn't put it even in the same conversation as Destiny. I mean, one, it's a third person shooter, it's not a first person shooter. And two, yeah, in playing about 8 hours so far, this game is inspired directly from Warframe in a very much like, you know what, this formula isn't broken. So what if we take it and make a game for people who may or may not be like really heavily into Warframe, or maybe want to break from Warframe or break from Destiny? And that's where I think the First Descendant lives. I honestly think it will thrive in the category of people who may not have been big into Warframe. I am a huge Destiny 2 player. I have been playing Destiny 2 since the alpha. I love the Division. I love the Division 2. Had a really good time with that. I could not get into Warframe. I tried so many times, especially on my kind of decline of Destiny. It's still a game. It's still one of my favorite games. I'm going to play the crap out of all the DLCs. I'm going to play the final shape. But I mean, like, it is no longer holds my attention anymore in the realm of a open world live service shooter like it used to. And I think the First Descendant could fill that. I do think that this game could do it. This game feels like it was made for guys like me who didn't really get into Warframe but like the general concept of it, but didn't like the gameplay. And that was a huge thing for me in Warframe. I couldn't really stand the speed. It was so fast, the skating across levels, the general way that game just played didn't resonate with me. And in the First Descendant, it very much does. The First Descendant nails gameplay. This third person fast speed in between like a normal third person shooter and a Warframe speed, with abilities very tied closely to Destiny. It does have that. Some of these abilities very much feel like they were inspired by some of the abilities we do as Guardians over in Destiny. And they found a happy medium. They found a place that feels really nice to play. The open world has this very like patrol-y-esque feel to it. It's not really that hard. It's a little monotonous. It's not horrible. It's not great. But these modes, this horde mode, which I was playing with 3 other community members with, who were telling me this also was very set up like a Warframe within a Warframe structure, was so much fun. It was an absolute blast to delightful to play. Actually, the entire experience of the game was really good with buds. This is feeling very much like a first person shooter I 100% would recommend to anyone, again, who's looking to fill a void because maybe they're falling off of Destiny, or they never got into Warframe, or fallen off Warframe and are looking for something within that realm. This is going to be that game for you, and it's going to be free to play, right? So, which is really great. And if you've got buds, it's really fun. The horde mode was fun. The void into the void boss battles, you do have a nice rhythm to them. The gameplay just feels really good. Like I said before, I think they really nailed the feeling of what it feels to be a descendant. The cooldown on abilities is fast, so you're constantly popping your abilities. And when you get overrun like we did in here, we got up to like level 14, I think, in this. You can really start seeing like synergy, team synergy, how that works, the modulation system and what that's going to do, which is obviously also very much like Warframe. It kind of looks like it too. The modulation system has this loadout system. It has, I'm going to pause this, it's tied to like these two right here actually change things. This changes your melee ability. This actually changes one of your actual abilities, which is LB, AB, Y, X, or whatever the Xbox One is. I was using controller, not keyboard and mouse. And there's also frames, or descendants. See, I'm already comparing, like using Warframe technology. They're descendants you can unlock through crafting, or of course buy when this game comes out. Same thing with some legendary weapons that a couple of community members actually have. A community member has already created and said that the legendary weapons really do actually feel really, really good, which is good to hear, because some of the way the weapon feels in the game, to me, didn't seem like that noticeably different when I was grabbing new assault rifles. An assault rifle just felt like an assault rifle, but I wasn't actually getting anything in the really higher tiered, exotics, legendaries, whatever, like, your big boy weapons. So yeah, I think First Descendant is a good game. I think it's got a solid foundation. According to what I've read from Nexus Games, they've done betas before, and usually when they do a beta, about a month to 4 months, 4 to 5 months after the beta is over, the game releases. I think this game is in a pretty nice spot. There's a couple of bugs, a couple of sound things they need to change. Obviously, if they could take some time and figure out maybe some of the questing, the actual quest line to get through the game is kind of whatever. The story's kind of whatever, but that's obviously not going to change. And maybe they just want to push you through the quest anyways and get you into those horde modes, get you into the boss fights. There is a lot of other sprinklings of content around the outside of the actual open world game, and that stuff is way better. So if you are even currently in this game and you're like, what are you talking about, dude? This game's really boring. Go do your expeditions. Go do the horde mode. There's a second mode. I forgot what it's called. And go do those boss fights. You get incredible gear. You rank up quickly. It's very much worth it. I think that's where this game feels the best. And the open world stuff is like, you know, the base of the cake that no one really likes to eat because it's all about the icing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I do think that First Descendant is gonna find a space, and hopefully when the game releases, it won't be like so heavy on the microtransactions, and they continue to maybe utilize that formula over in Warframe. It seems like that obviously works because Warframe's been around for forever, and it does feel like that is what they're gonna do. With where we're at right now too is really cool. I found out last night near like my 6 hour mark that these external components also can come in sets. You can actually get set bonuses from them, so you can pay attention to that. Some of these are actually named sets, and you get some pretty decent set bonuses. So you can really start crafting a build, and I can see where that's going to come into play too, because I think some of those void boss battles actually get pretty hard. The horde mode, like I said, we made it to 14 out of 20. That actually got pretty damn hard, and that was with 4 people. So I could really see how this could crank up the difficulty and need you to have like a really nice solid foundation and build for your descendants. And there are like 11 descendants in the beta right now. There are like 50 weapons, 300 modules. Like there's a lot already you can kind of jump in and play around with. And I do think that maybe we see this game maybe in December, maybe. It very well could hit early 2024, January, February, when the beta is over. And I think we're going to go ahead and continue to follow it. So you can see some more videos coming out from me. I'll probably make a video over Bunny here. I really enjoy playing as her, talking about like how Descendants work, what sets them apart, who are the Descendants currently in the game, what their abilities are. We'll probably break that down for everybody. Bunny was a very like offensive with a heavy with about two abilities that were great for CCing, with one that could do a nice set of burst damage, and her general system between the sprint to recharge your essentially mana to continue to cast those was actually a really nice loop. These are the Void Intercept battles. Those are the boss battles you can do. And there's obviously a bunch of regions and two that are going to come in the full game. They're not open here. I think there's only 2 or 3 regions open in the beta, but we'll break down more of the Descendants in the future. I will definitely continue to cover what changes are coming to this game. I think we might even add it into the Discord. So make sure you guys join the Filthy Casual Discord, and make sure you guys are liking and subscribing this. It helps me out a whole lot. Comment, let me know if there's anything you want me to cover in the first Descendant. If you have any questions, I'll definitely answer. I'm going to continue to play this beta, and when I can, I will live stream it. You're welcome to come hang out in there as well. This has been really fun. I look forward to continuing to play it and bringing everyone some more coverage of the first Descendant. I'm Hitmanbk, and until next time, you stay classy, you wonderful human beings.